Hi, I'm Vin Orsini with Dr. Energy Saver and Basement Systems, and today we're going to talk about crawl spaces. We're going to review some of the problems that we commonly see in crawl spaces and how we address them. As an inspector, I've seen a variety of different problems in customers' homes. I've seen everything from mold to rodent problems to wood rot on the building materials. Many of my customers have expressed concerns with odors that they've smelled in the above-grade living space, warping of floors, and sometimes even mold growth that's actually come through the floor and grows on the baseboard molding and flooring and even some personal items in the above-grade space. So next, we're going to look at our 4-step process to address your crawl space issues. Step number 1 is to address the groundwater issues. First, we need to identify what foundation type you have. And there are several types. We have stone foundations, we have monolithic foundations, and we have 3-piece foundations. In the flooring of those 3 foundations, they can be dirt, they can be rat slab, or they can be poured concrete. Rest assured, we're going to conduct a very thorough site inspection, and we're going to recommend the proper drainage system for your foundation type. Now that the drainage system is installed, we're going to install the drainage matting. Once we have the drainage matting in place, we can go right to the sump pumps. The sump is the heart of your drainage system. Your entire drainage system drains the water collected into this sump liner, and then it is ejected and removed away from the house where it's no longer causing a problem. These are our sump liners, and here is a cross-section of our smart sump. This sump pump system has been designed specifically for use in crawl spaces, keeping the Crawlspace liner into it. We use a cast iron oil-filled pump that will provide you years of maintenance-free reliability. In the event of a power failure, we offer the smart sump with a battery-operated backup pump we call the Ultra Sump. The Ultra Sump can protect you in 3 different ways: in the event of a power failure, or if the primary pump fails, or in the event that the primary pump can't keep up with the amount of water entering. Now we're ready for step number 2, and that's encapsulating the crawl space. This is where we isolate the home from the earth. The first step in the encapsulation process is the TerraBlock. TerraBlock is an insulator, has an R value of 4, and it's 3/4 inch foam insulation. This provides a nice cushy surface for us to walk around on in case you're going to use your crawl space for storage, and it also prevents the heat from going back down into the earth, keeping the conditioned air in the crawl space. The next step is to apply the Crawlspace liner. The Crawlspace liner is 20 mils thick. It's made of 7 layers of high-density and low-density polyethylene, and it has 2 layers of polyester cord reinforcement for extra strength. It also has an antimicrobial additive in it called UltraFresh. The Crawlspace liner is applied to the foundation wall with mechanical fasteners for even added support and strength. When installing Crawlspace, we have 2 options. We can install the Crawlspace liner all the way up 1 inch below the sill plate, or you can take this opportunity to have us install insulation. This is Silverglow. Silverglow is 2-inch expanded polystyrene with graphite infusion and a foil barrier that acts as a vapor barrier as well. Now that we've isolated the home from the earth, installed our Crawlspace liner and our Silverglow insulation on the walls, now we're ready for step number 3, and that's to seal off any outside air and rim and sill plate insulation. By sealing off the outside air, we help prevent cold floors in the winter, and we help prevent damp, humid air in the summertime coming into the crawl space, causing condensation. The Silverglow is inserted in the cavity, and then it's foam sealed to create an airtight barrier. In addition, we insert wall cap. The wall cap is a clear plastic cover that helps create the air barrier, but still allows an inspector the ability to inspect the sill plate to see if there's any evidence of termite or insect damage. Another way of sealing off outside air is to cover up those crawl space vents. For many years, it was thought that ventilating the crawl space was the correct approach, but all experts agree that that is not the case. Sealing off the crawl space vents is integral in keeping the outside air out of your crawl space. These vent covers are made of polyethylene. They have insulation so that when they are secured, no air can get into your crawl space. And one of the last components of sealing off the outside air would be the crawl space access door and well, or we also have the Turtle available. The Turtle is designed for a crawl space that has a deeper entrance. It provides a weather-tight enclosure and security so it can be locked, but still allows you a nice clean access into your crawl space. Once the crawl space access well or Turtle is installed, then we can focus on the door. Crawl space doors are often in need of replacement because they are made of organic material like wood, and these doors also suffer from rotting and mold. We have a great replacement with the Everlast door. It's plastic, and all of its hardware is plastic and stainless steel as well, so it resists corrosion. There's weather stripping on the inside of it to prevent moisture from entering and creates an airtight seal. The last step, step number 4, is dehumidification. Unlike units that are purchased at a big box store that just are not large enough in order to move the amount of air necessary to dehumidify the space correctly, the SaniDry CX has been developed specifically for crawl spaces. The powerful blower inside the unit takes all of the air into the pre-filter, filtering all particulates 2 microns and larger. That includes dust mite droppings, and mold spores. It's Energy Star rated, which means it'll cost you a fraction to remove the same amount of water that you would with a smaller unit that you'd purchase at a big box store. The SaniDry comes set up to interface with a condensate pump, so the water that's discharged from the SaniDry will go into the condensate pump, and the condensate pump will take that water and discharge it outside. In summary, we've fixed your groundwater problem, we've isolated the home from the earth with our Cleanspace Crawlspace encapsulation system, we've sealed off the outside air and insulated the crawl space, and we've dehumidified the crawl space. Now you know the steps it will take to give you a clean, healthy crawl space.